Yo, what up, yo? This hip hop raised me back on the scene, and today I'm gonna break the monotony of animating my guy, and I'm gonna give y'all a treat with showing y'all how to do a car driving in a 1 point perspective with the background scrolling. I know a lot of animators have an issue and a problem with doing that. So after this tutorial, I'm gonna go back to animating my guy and that girl on the couch. But for today, I'm gonna show y'all how to animate the guy driving in the car with the background outside scrolling in a 1 point perspective. And right now, I'm drawing the perspective point. So that's the where all things converge at that point that I'm drawing. And I'm drawing a frame. Cause see that rectangle, that light blue rectangle is the camera view. So whatever's in that light blue rectangle in the small middle, that's the camera view. So I'm gonna draw the background real large. And it's gonna be a 1 point perspective. Right now I'm drawing that's the horizon line. That's the line where all the perspective lines converge at. And this is a 1 point perspective drawing. As you can see, the drawing is way bigger than the camera view because we're going to move the drawing inward to make it look like it's scrolling within the camera view. And right now I'm drawing some perspective lines within the frame of the picture of the 1 point perspective. And this is the background I'm drawing right now. And you seen that video in the beginning, that's going to be the outcome with the guy driving. And you can see the background scrolling. And it's a real simple thing to do, but first you have to understand perspective drawing. And in this perspective drawing is 1 point perspective. And perspective drawing is like drawing a 3D picture on a 2D surface. So a three-dimensional picture which is length, width, and depth on a 2D surface which is length and width. And you add in depth by using a perspective point, a perspective lines, and a horizon line. So right now, I just use that square that I'm drawing. It's the same dimensions as the camera view. That rectangle that you see in the middle, the light blue small rectangle, that's the camera view zoomed all the way out. So you only see a small view of it. But right now I'm drawing, that's the background, that's the floor, and that's the sky. And I'm going to draw buildings on each side of the perspective point. But see the point, the center of the thing is not all the way in the middle, so I'm going to bring that point in the middle of the perspective point. And I'm just zooming in and out. As you can see, I'm using the add points tool to do a lot of my drawing. And right now I'm just drawing the buildings. I'm drawing the front surfaces of the buildings. And this animation, as you can see from the beginning, it's not that intricate. Obviously, you know, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm doing it fast. So it's not all that glamorous and stuff, but you're going to get the gist of what I'm doing. And when you're doing your own artwork, you can either make it simple like this or add a lot more details to to give your art some more pizzazz, you know. And as you can see, all these buildings I'm drawing is not in the camera view. The camera view is actually that light blue rectangle in the on the left hand side of the panel right there. That light blue rectangle. That's what you can see in the camera view. And I'm just drawing like buildings on the side, zooming in and out. You see, I'm using that tool to manipulate the drawing surface on the left hand side. And I'm just using the add points tool to draw the lines. And once you make a shape, when you hear that click, that means that's a complete shape, and the lines are gonna solidify themselves. There's no need to create shape when you can make a complete shape. The lines just automatically solidify. And when you bring 2 points together and you press enter, that's how you close the shapes. And you see, I just the beautiful thing about vector art, just do some rough lines, and then you use the translate points tool to fix everything. See, I'm just adding more detail, not detail, but drawing the vertical surface of the buildings. And like I said, this is a simple 1 point perspective of a street that is convergent to the perspective point, which was the first thing that I laid down. And you're gonna see it all come into reality in a few. So now I'm just picking the color that I'm choosing for the buildings, and it's like a burgundy color. I'm zooming in and out, and then I'm gonna throw another tone for the sides of the building. And like you could use put trees or people or anything in perspective, as long as they fit within the parameters of those perspective lines. And this is a 1 point perspective, like I said. You know, this is not only an animation tutorial, but it's a little bit about art in general, because you need to know how to do perspective drawing. This is a 1 point perspective, but you could do drawings with 2 point perspectives or 3 point perspectives. They also got 4 point perspective and 5 point perspective. And right now we just showing like a road. This a one way street, and I'm just straightening out the lines of the buildings for the sake of this here tutorial here. And it just take a little time to get these lines straight and stuff. And you see that the portion of the rectangle, that's the camera view. So right now you can see I'm working within the camera view, and now I'm outside the camera view. And we're gonna scroll this background picture to give it the 3D effect of the road moving when the car is driving. And like I said, this is something that a lot of animators struggle with, is to get that effect when the car is driving, to have the background moving. I mean, it's not hard to do it when you watching the profile view of the car, but when you watching the 1 point perspective view, to get the car the background scrolling and converging to a point, that's a little difficult. But we gonna do it here, and we gonna make it simple. Cause see, that's the theme of my art, yo. The theme of my animation tutorials is simplicity. I mean, I could go into depth with all the tricks of the trade, how all the features of this program and da 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 da. But as a solo animator, you don't want to spend a lot of time doing a lot of fancy things. You want to knock scenes out and string them together within your editing program. You know what I'm saying? Every scene requires different techniques because every scene is different. Every scene is unique. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to knock them out simple. You at the end of the day, you don't want to just focus on like doing something real complicated and you can't use it and now you stuck with it and can't use it in another scene, or you forced to use it in another scene because you feel like you don't work so hard on this particular project that you want to use it again. But this is art, this is animation. It got to be fluid. You know what I'm saying? You can't be. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but my philosophy is simplicity. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really use a lot of the features. I just use because there's multiple ways to do one thing. When this program first came out, or animation programs first came out, they used certain tools to do a lot of things, and over time, as the new versions came out, they made a lot of other tools that do the same thing that the first versions of the program was doing, but they doing it in a more complicated way, or what they consider a more simpler way, depending on who's using it. You know what I'm saying? But me, I just like to keep things simple. Cause art is supposed to be fun. You know, art is like cooking. You know what I mean? When you want to get all technical with all those other forms of computer technology, you can get into the technical stuff where it gets strenuous and it's a job. But art is fun. Your art is supposed to be fun. So that's why I don't like to boggle myself down with all that complicated stuff. You don't get into art for that. You get into art for fun. You know what I'm saying? That's my perspective on it. So if I gotta be doing my art like I'm a computer programmer or something, it take the fun out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta do a million steps to accomplish one thing. And I'd rather stick to the original formula and make it more fun. That's what keep you coming back to do it more. You know? And other people might feel differently, but that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And then, as a solo animator, you're gonna have a lot on your plate. You're gonna have to do a lot, so you're gonna have to find shortcuts and cut corners. You know what I'm saying? Cause you see, like even what I'm doing right here, right now, it looked like a short tutorial, but in all reality, I'm speeding up the time. It's taking longer than what you actually seeing. You see what I'm saying? And you see how I'm scrolling now you see the camera view, and I'm scrolling the picture. I'm scrolling the camera back and forth. But when I do the tutorial, when I add the car, I'm gonna just use the layer tool and move the whole picture background back and forth, which is going to give it the same effect, because I don't want to just move the whole camera view with the car. I want the car to stay still, and I want the background picture to move. So right now I'm drawing the inside of the car, and I'm drawing a real simple picture. This is the dashboard right here I'm drawing. You know, sometimes the program be acting wacky, but that's the dashboard of the car. And I'm gonna draw the windows and stuff. And like I said, this is like a real simple, rough view of the car. for the tutorial sake. When you do yours, you're gonna take a little bit more time to make yours look snazzy and jazzy and all that. But this is all for educational purposes right here. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, make your animation fun, man. Make the journey fun. Don't make it like a burden. That's why you see me. I'm real loose with my art, yo. I don't. I'm not trying to stress myself out or cause remember the perfections is in your imperfections. That's what make your art unique. Like if you want everything perfect, you might as well just get a camera and film something in reality. This is art. Look at Google Bill Plimpton's artwork, yo. His animation. I mean, that guy's awesome, man. I'm telling you, none of his art is symmetrical or what you would consider perfect, like a Marvel or a DC art, but the romance is in the imperfections, and he do it like that on purpose. His his lines, none of them are straight. Google Bill Plimpton, man. Go Bill Plimpton. He's awesome, a great animator. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no sponsor for him or nothing. I'm just a big fan of his artwork and his animation, and he's traditional with his artwork. I don't even believe he used programs like this. He's strictly frame by frame. He's old school. He's a trained professional animator, and he's serious. But I'm digging his movies. He got some great movies. He got a great movie called Revengeance. Revengeance. That's a great movie. A lot of his movies you can find on Tubi. I don't know if Revengeance is still up on Tubi because it's such a great movie. They probably put it down. Like done gave y'all enough of the good stuff, but I'm pretty sure he got some other stuff on Tubi, and you might could check out some of his stuff on YouTube. But Bill Plimpton, he's awesome. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other great animators out there. Like a guy who really motivated me was Lionel Richardson. He got like the Berry Tales and Jay's Life on YouTube, and plus a lot of other independent, a lot of other solo animations. And the thing I like about Richardson is his work ethic. When he was real active doing his animation, because I see that he slowed down recently. He had a he said that he was getting burnt out, but his work ethic was so hard. I mean, he was putting out. I didn't know how he was working that hard, man. Like, but he was putting out a lot of work, and I really appreciated that. He showed, he give. When you look at other animators or whatever field you in, and you look at the people that's doing it before you or while you doing it, and you see that if they could do it, you could do it. You know what I'm saying? So Lionel Richardson, check out my guy Lionel Richardson. I mean, he's serious, and he kind of really perfected this program to a degree where he does use all the fancy rigs, and he uses all the tools, but he got some great work. And the key to animation and learning animation is watching other animations. You know what I'm saying? When you study and watch other animations, that's how you learn how to do a lot of the stuff. Sometimes you might watch an animation on YouTube and slow it down, because even though this program could do a lot of stuff, there's still times where you're gonna have to use your the traditional tricks of the trade, like frame by frame animation, because sometimes the program can't duplicate those techniques. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go old school with it. It's like a cop. You know what I'm saying? When they out there in the field, they got all this technology, but at the end of the day, sometimes they gotta go do some old school detective work and pound the pavement, cause that's the only way they gonna get the results. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta study the craft from the masters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but this is just like the inside of the car. Ain't no big deal. I just drew the front seats and the back seats. And I'm gonna put eventually I'm gonna put everything in the car within a group. So the car stands still. I'm just zooming in and out, checking things out. You know, this program right here is very user friendly. Whatever you do, you can always you can always undo your mistakes. So don't get stressed out when you make mistakes. Like right here, I scrolled the picture the wrong way, the opposite direction, so it looked like I'm going in reverse, which could be a good thing. Maybe you driving in reverse in your scene, like yo, wait, hold on, man, my guy got to drive in reverse to go get his money. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it wasn't a mistake. You know, I don't believe in losses. I just believe in lessons. You know what I'm saying? See now, that's how you do it. Now you got to just make the picture bigger so it look like it's scrolling. So and remember, like when you do the group, you gotta click on the layer tool because the layer tool is gonna keep the picture in proportion with the camera frame. If you grab it by the corner, the layer tool is actually three tools in one. You can move the layer around by clicking and dragging from the middle of the tool. And if you grab it from the corner, you can resize it, scale it bigger or smaller. Or if you grab it by the sides, you can rotate the picture. So the tool is a 3-in-1 tool, and also the translate point tool is also a 3-in-1 tool that does the same thing, but from the points perspective. Whatever point you selected, if you grab the tool by the middle, you can move it around. If you grab it by the by the corner, you could scale it large or small. And if you grab it by the side, you could rotate. Back in the days, those was three separate tools, but now it's three tools in one. That's the steering wheel. And like I said, you know, this look rough and all that, but it's gonna all come together. I'm just drawing like the vents on the dashboard. You know, like I said, you know, some of y'all are gonna be way better artists than me. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna do it better than me, but maybe y'all know how to do art good, but maybe y'all not good at animation, or vice versa. Maybe y'all understand the animation, and maybe y'all can learn a little art from me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm in the future tutorials. But you know, these tutorials I don't want to make them too long, so that's why keeping the art simple. Right now, I'm just doing the rear view mirror, And with the shape tool, you see, look up on the top of the top panel. They got different shapes you can select from when you click the shape tool. You got the square, the circle, the triangle, the star, and you when you click on the shape tool, you just click on the shape that you want. So that's inside the car. And you see that scrolling. See how beautiful that is. Just playing around with it because it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bring the guy in. So you go to file, and then you open recent or open, and you can open another file, and you see that other file opens in another tab on the top. So I'm just moving around. What I'm gonna do before I import the guy in, what I'm actually doing when a guy drives down the street, the car be bouncing up and down as it's driving. Give it a little authenticity. By opening the file, get my guy. See, you remember this guy right here? The rude boy, Badman. You know, you copy layer, and then you go into your file, and make sure you with the layer where you want him to be at, and then you see I got my guy in there, and I'm gonna delete the animation from his head because that was the spinning head. I didn't. I believe I did do a tutorial with the guy's head spinning 360, and that animation was still there. So now that's his front head because that file is a switch layer with 8 different head positions. So that first head that you was looking at was him looking to the. He was looking to the left, and now we got him looking straight forward. Cause this ain't a Elon Musk car. This is a old school traditional. Could be a Caprice Classic or something. And we got manual drivers in this joint. You know what I mean? Draw my guy sitting in the car. You know what I'm saying? Make the steering wheel a little bigger. And I'm gonna draw a hand. That's his hand over the steering wheel. Color his hand. I be the thing about art, you just gotta lay things down and then correct it, cause you don't draw with the pencil, you draw with the eraser. Life is all about correcting. It's all about correcting stuff. But the key is you just gotta do it. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in the paralysis of analysis. You gotta do what you do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you do it right or wrong, just do it. You know what I mean? Don't have no fear. Just get busy with it. This ain't the best artwork, but yo, you know what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna draw the top portion of his arm, and I'm gonna put the steering wheel in a group with his arm, and move the which I already did, the origin point of the steering wheel and arm layer to the center, so you could rotate the steering wheel perfectly from the right to left. You know, take his arm, duplicate it, put it to the other side, reverse it. And you see I got the curvature, well, that's the hide edge tool to make his arm part of the shirt. And I'm gonna use the curvature tool to smoothen out the sharp corners. And that's my guy right there. And peep that, yo. I move the steering wheel a little bit to the right and the left. Move his arm a little lower so it don't move around. You can't see the bottom of it. And cycle the arm movement on the steering wheel. Right? And now look at that. And then I'm gonna move his head left and right, so look like he driving. When you driving, you gotta look both ways sometimes to make sure you got situational awareness. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see. Look at that, and I'm gonna show y'all a rendered view of the whole situation, and I also added traffic sound to it. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm gonna show y'all a rendered view of everything. So that's my man driving right here doing his thing. And I hope I see y'all in the next tutorial.
Hey y'all, it's your favorite animator, Hip Hop Raised Me. Support the cause and purchase my movie on my website. It's the funniest movie in the universe, and it got all the adult content you looking for. It's about two friends living on the edge with the monkey on their back. All the proceeds of your purchase is going towards me being a full-time animator and living the dream. Click on the link in the description and get your instant digital copy of Stanky and Taco remixed, and you can thank me later.